Michael Lane, remember at the end?
Yeah, because he was the angel, right?
Heaven though, we on that, yeah, we just keep it moving. You know what I mean? I did my shit.
He did Little House on the Prairie too, right?
Yeah.
That was the dude. He died. He died.
But I used to, see, that was about the mystery God. But these things influenced you because it was about somebody that would go around helping.
Right.
That's what we do. We're 5%ers. That's what we do. We do things like that. You know what I'm saying? So these things resonated with me. You know? And my old Earth liked the program. I was like, what is the qualities that she likes about that? You know what I mean?
What was his partner's name? The one that wore the baseball cap. You know what I'm talking about with the gray beard?
Yeah.
Like, this dude was like, nah, we ain't doing that, Mike. You know what I mean? Like, he was always against everything. And then he always got one over.
He was human, though.
He was like cynical. Doing what's going on, right?
He was
like,
human, though. He could get bodied, though. He was like,
when you would watch...
Like, you an angel, though. You're not going to get bodies, but me, I could...
Dude, what are you doing here?
Yeah. You know?
And then remember, he's like, they're going to remember me. They're not going to remember you, bro. It's like with Men in Black when they do the light. They don't remember him. They remember the human guy.
Yeah.
Those things. It's funny that the things that we looked at growing up that nurtured us.
Right.
Like you see what you like, what you don't like.
But you know what though? Like one of the problems though is that we don't have those guidelines. Like we're not willing to say this is okay with me, but it's breached the line still. Like I think it's okay, but it's still breaching the line. We're not willing to admit that contradiction. And so we end up saying we like.
That's what I'm saying about the contradiction. Because we look at Wu-Tang, right? We all grew up watching kung fu movies, right? Now, then here comes Wu-Tang, and they put it in their music that way. And now it becomes a gimmick, right? And when I talk to my brother Dark Kim, was like, that's a fucking gimmick. And I'm like, well, that's the essence of it.
Right.
He hates that. Whereas I loved it because, you know, that's what I...
For me, I look at it differently because RZA has always been my favorite. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a gimmick the minute that RZA, because of what RZA did. You know, he actually went into the culture. Learned it. He actually went and learned
RZA,
it.
But then again...
But because RZA made that gimmick to me.
He made the gimmick.
So he honored it as well, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
honor,
I also learned... When it comes to that, though, like the Chinese Kung Fu and the appropriation of it, I think about those things because when we learned Kung Fu, if you saw me in the 2000s, you would see me wearing gis and never jeans. I'd be wearing some kind of workout pants or something. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wear anything. I wore either a suit or I wore Kung Fu clothing. Like, we literally wore gis. Like,
see, but that's what I said. Bro, Dark Kim, he's like, that's an appropriation.
Right.
Chinese appropriation of black culture.
It's like the suit. There's a Sufi. I forget which Sufi says this, but they say to be a great Sufi, you wear the robes of the Sufi. When you reach that level of actually being the Sufi, you let go of the robes. You know, and like we were trying to learn this Kung Fu, so we embraced the whole culture. We was drinking tea, God, and we had the whole tea sets like in the movie. You know, we had everything though. Like we actually, Infinite Mind. We would be with that. I had the long hair. I had long hair down here. I was layman. I was dressed like a layman monk. You know what I'm saying? And we would have the teas, and we were like
mimic everything.
Well, now, you know what I mean? And then we would do shit, you know what I mean? Like we'd have the whole thing. And listen, when we was walking through Harlem, we walked with our weapons out. Just like they would walk, like when, you know, they always walk to the
on
fight.
The sides and
Yeah, we would walk with the different spears. You can't put a spear in a book bag. You gotta walk. You gotta walk with the spear. You know, you can't put a 6-inch pole in the book bag. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we walk with all that. You know, and we took on that nature, but when we started to understand it more, you know, we got to that point where like it was okay that we didn't have to wear it all the time. In fact, the more that we learned martial arts, the more we wanted to let people know. We didn't want everybody to know that we did it, but we were young though, so we took it a challenge. We took the challenge though, you know. So there were lots of times we'd be at Mount Morris Park. Up there, that whole staircase is up to go up there, and people would come up though and challenge, you know, and there were times, and I remember times like where Knowledge Eternal and King He, because they were like our best, they're our best, and then they would take their best and then, you know,
have a contest,
because
that was the whole contest, you know what I mean? Because now you have to display. One is like the display of the art, and then it's the actual combat.
And then and Bobby would see like what level the students or the person that were challenging or wanted to learn with at, and then he would have one of us. So sometimes he'd have me go against that person. You know what I'm saying?
I like.
That shit is not cool though. That shit is pretty scary though. Like you're like, damn, I gotta fight like right now.
Right now, after you've been working out and
you don't know if your shit is good. Like you're learning, so you're like you got told like for the last 3 hours that your shit is wrong, and now you gotta go. You know. But that's how we learn though. Like we really learn in the fire like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. In the fire.
Yeah, in the fire.
In the fire.
Throw it in the fire. You know, everything. You know,
different times.
If Mecca did this.